Hello everyone. This is Patizwe. Yeah. So yeah, I'm happy to do another soul activation video about my thoughts about certain things. So for the last couple of weeks, we've been doing a couple of workshops with different individuals and companies, and one of the things that has been sort of like outstanding when we're asking people what is their fondest memory or what is their happiest memories that they've got when they were, kids, and one of them is cooking with mommy or kicking a ball with daddy or just spending time outside and being free. The word we got there was people were happier when they were sort of like free. And now, if you go into the negative side and you're asking them, what is the one thing that they didn't like when they were growing up, and and they were saying it's punishment. Being punished for your siblings' sins, or being punished when you're coming back late, and so all of them have got a bit of a traumatic experience regarding that. And I'm not saying people must not be disciplined, but my idea or my sort of like angle with this video is that there's a lot of things that are going on with schools and everywhere that we are, where kids are being punished the whole time. And there's detention, and there is expel kids that are getting expelled, and every time they do something wrong there's a punishment that goes into it. And one of the things that I want to ask is how does it help? Which one individual do you know, or do you yourself as well? I mean, did punishment do anything to you in terms of making you a better human being? And most of the people will say, yeah, I'm highly disciplined, I'm arriving early at work because I was punished when I was young. And for me, that's not true. You've got a lot of fear. It's you are operating life from a fear point of view, and not from a freedom point of view. I saw the other day on TikTok when a guy was saying that his son is not listening, and he wants to he sent him to school on foot or barefoot or something like that, because he wanted to discipline him, because he was disciplined when he was young, that he lost cattle of some sort, and he had to go and sleep in the outside the farm, on the cold night, looking for the cattle. And he said it taught him discipline. No, it didn't teach you any discipline. I mean, that is traumatic. I mean, that is not discipline. So my question becomes, at the end of the day, we as adults are not the same in terms of I was talking to someone about it yesterday as well. There's a couple of kids that the people are born differently. There's a couple of kids that even if you don't tell them to clean their rooms, you don't tell them to wash the dishes, they'll do it themselves. Then there's a couple of kids that never do it. There's a couple of kids that are sort of messy, they never clean their rooms, they don't know where their stuff is. And the question becomes, what makes you think you're in control of that? What makes you think that when your child is clean, you actually a good parent, and when your child is messy, you're not? In my experience, you've got nothing to do with it. They are just born like that. There's people there's adults that are messy even now. There's adults that are dirty even now. I mean, they don't pick up after themselves. So does it mean that they didn't have good parents? I disagree. That's who you are. I mean, all the kids that we sort of like mentoring, there's kids that are highly intelligent. Kids that are coming from good families, but I mean, they sort of don't know where they're putting their stuff, and they're quite messy. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. You just have to manage it. You just have to manage it and make sure that you sort of like have a setup that they can be able to clean. I mean, it's like washing the dishes, and parents get. You had a lot of parents complaining about, yeah, but the kids are not washing the dishes in time. I mean, 8 o'clock, all the dishes must be washed. And the question is, I mean, do you operate like that? Do you have like specific times where you do specific things, or do you sometimes like follow short, or you do it as you go, and whatever the case might be? So we need to always reflect on ourselves. If you don't have order, why do you expect the kids to have order? If you're not doing certain things at certain times, why are you expecting the kids to do certain things at certain times as well? So we come into a place where we're realizing that freedom that is managed, or kids that are being rewarded a bit more at home, actually doing much better, as kids, or as when they grow as well as adults, than kids that are being punished the whole time. Punishment doesn't solve anything. I mean, you just have to sort of like the more reward systems you're getting, the more you sort of like get what you want from the child. The more you sort of like become positive in what they do, the more they sort of like work for you. I mean, we're finding a lot of schools or a lot of kids, there's just negative, there's just punishment, there's just every time they do something wrong, they get to be punished. And this teaches people not to make mistakes in life. So I think maybe let's change it a bit. Why don't we compliment people for what they do right? Why don't we give them rewards for what they're doing well? Why don't we compliment them for what they're doing well, and not only punish, 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 punish? So because yeah, we are producing a bit of fearful human beings. Thank you.